My husband accidentally spilled the coffee on my new white rug. My name is Brenda Myers. I'm 48, a real estate agent in a busy suburban town outside Atlanta, Georgia. My husband, Gary, is 50, a quiet accountant. We've been married for 25 years, raised 2 kids who are now off to college, and usually our biggest drama is figuring out whose turn it is to take out the trash. But a few weeks ago, a simple coffee stain on a new rug unleashed a torrent of unseen struggles that had been brewing beneath the surface of our seemingly calm life. It was a Saturday morning. Our eldest, Chloe, was visiting from college, a rare and cherished event. We just bought a beautiful, cream-colored rug for the living room, a splurge Gary had initially grumbled about but secretly admired. I was in the kitchen, making breakfast, when I heard Chloe gasp. I walked in to find Gary staring at a fresh, dark coffee stain blooming across the pristine rug. His mug, precariously placed on the armrest of the sofa, had tipped. "Gary," I exclaimed, perhaps a little too sharply. "The new rug? Are you serious?" Gary, usually calm, snapped back. "It was an accident, Brenda. What do you want me to do?" Chloe, sensing the tension, quickly grabbed a cloth and tried to dab at it. The stain, however, was stubborn. Gary retreated to the garage, muttering about fixing something. He barely spoke to me for the rest of the day. And Chloe, sensing the underlying tension in our relationship, cut her visit short, leaving the next morning with a strained hug. The rug incident felt like unfair blame thrown at Gary, but it was really just the spark. For days, a cold front settled over our house. Gary gave me the cold shoulder, retreating into his work and his projects. I tried to talk, but he'd deflect or simply say, "It's fine." Our easy communication had vanished, replaced by an uncomfortable silence that highlighted the loneliness in our relationship. I felt a creeping rejection, unsure why such a small thing had caused such a chasm. I found myself replaying not just the rug incident, but other seemingly minor arguments, small frustrations that had built up. His quiet resentment seemed to stem from something deeper, a feeling that I was constantly critical, unappreciative. I was seeking desire for approval for my efforts to make our home perfect, but he was feeling judged. One evening, I found an old photo album. Flipping through, I saw pictures of Gary from our early days, vibrant, laughing, holding hands with a much younger me. And then I saw it. A picture of us moving into our very first tiny apartment, a happy mess. And there in the background was an old, faded, but undeniably familiar beige rug. The same rug Gary had insisted on keeping for years despite its age, until I finally convinced him it was time for a nicer one. Suddenly, it clicked. The new rug wasn't just a rug. I went to the garage where Gary was tinkering with something. "Gary," I said softly, "I think I understand about the rug." He stopped, slowly turning around, his expression unreadable. "That beige rug," I continued, "the one from our first apartment. You loved that rug, didn't you? And I pushed you to get rid of it. This new one, it was expensive, pristine, and I put so much emphasis on it being perfect. When you stained it, you didn't just stain a rug. You felt like you'd failed to live up to my expectations for something I valued. And maybe it brought up all those times you felt I didn't value your preferences for our home. Let me know if you'd like to make any further edits or use it in a specific way."